In this video, I want to show you how the AI makes decisions. Basically, the AI has 4 actions: move to a random position for when there is no other good action, move toward the place that my items are there, when close to an item, move to an exact item and eat it, and also when you have some items and are close enough to your base, go to your base to drop your items. Each of these AIs basically have a favorite item type. For the blue one, it's the dynamite. So it tries to go where the dynamites roughly are and then eat a dynamite. And then when close to his base, he'll go and drop the items basically to his base, as you can see down here. So he just if he doesn't find somewhere close enough on the map which has some dynamites, will go to a random position. But otherwise, the influence map helps him to find out where the dynamites are. And then when close by, using a sphere cast, he finds the dynamite and then goes ahead and eats it and then tries to go back to his base. But if he's far from base, he will not go to his base, and instead he'll try to grab some more dynamites and then go to the base. And their behavior is not tuned for no bugs or like the best behavior, but it works as a sample, good enough as a sample. And you can view them by like going to the debugger that we got, and then basically try to see why an agent does what it does. For example, if I go to tools vice feline debugger here and then click this button, so the one in the viewport is selected, you can see that the action with the highest score is moved to somewhere near dynamites. But the thing is that actions have priorities, so move to home base has a priority of 2, so whenever it has a score higher than 0, it will be chosen. And he's going to the move like his base. Now that one no longer scores because we have no other items. We have moved to near pickups because like there was nothing close by, so it uses the influence maps to go somewhere which pickups are near. But then when get pickup scores high, then we will basically go eat some pickups. And get missile can only happen if you have missiles around, so as you can see, move to random location has a constant score, because when nothing else can score high, then that's the good thing to run. So it always scores 0.1, has a priority of 0, and that's why it always there will be something to run, and that's a good practice. And if I want to show you the exact like behaviors in the designer, let me do that. In the robot championship folder in the blueprint, we have all of the bots, the bases and the pickups. So this is the pickup for donut and this is the base. Same for the balloon, for the crystal, and for the dynamites. And the missile, there is no base. So, and these are the behaviors. And this last one is the custom action that we got here for a custom configuration to check if you have an item or not. It's pretty simple, actually. If you look at it, it just checks the controlled actor, casts it to the type BPAI, which is the parent of all the bots, and then checks if the number of items is greater than 0. And then if that's the case, it will just say, okay, we have a score of 1, but otherwise it says we have a score of 0. So that's the main condition. And we do not, if the cast fails, basically it will score 0 as well. But it shouldn't as long as you attach this consideration to something which derives from BPAI. If you take a look at the blue, so move to random location, it always has a test consideration which always scores 1, but the curve translates that to a value of 0.3, 0.12, sorry. And the priority of the action is 0. The other action with 0 priority is move to somewhere nearby. This action just moves to a position on the blackboard in the destination key, which I specified here. We've developed it in the quick start tutorial. And it uses a consideration which checks an influence map, which here is pickups blue for a value greater than 0.5. And if it finds something in the 50 cell radius, so it's a bit unlikely to not find because the map is 90 by 75. Unless we are really unlucky, it will something and try to move toward it. And then there's an action with priority of 1. So with a score higher than 0, it will be executed instead of this action or the move to random. And that's the get pickup one. This will simply look for targets of type uh, item blue, which is the dynamite, in its 10-meter radius. And if it succeeds, and you can see the interval of the search here is 1 second. If it succeeds, then based on the target distance, it will get a score, which is if it's higher than 0, since it has a priority of 1, it will likely be chosen, and the curve uses the linear curve. The get missile is similar, but it only works if there is a missile in the world, which you have to spawn as the player. With the key 1 has the same priority, so this and the action to get pickup compete with each other. But when you have an item, an action with priority 2 will always get executed unless the distance to the target, which is the base, is more than 50 meters. And that's how it works. I could make it more intelligent by basically trying to, if an item was close by, eat that instead of just going to home, and go to home either if we are so close to home or we have more than 5 items or so. So it doesn't happen that, for example, you get a dynamite and there is another in your 3 meters, but you don't get that and just go to home. At the moment, it can happen. Uh, but yeah, that's how it works. So let's add some missiles to this world and then watch what will happen. We should add more stuff for the player to do other than doing missile, and you can do speed ups of the game with keys 2 and 3. 2 speed up by like 2, but 3 will speed up by 50, which is like this, and this is crazy, so we'll not do it more. These got the missiles so fast. Let's see who won this match and then finish the video. Balloons are 66, 99 dynamites, 68, 107. Why this is related? I have to fix this. Okay, so the winner is the crystal, 101 goals, 66. The rotated misleading guy is the winner by 107, 108. These two are close by, so 108 for this one, and then 101 for this one. So that's the winner. Let's see if we move time forward, blah 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 blah. What will happen? If we see, let's see if it was a real match, it could be. I think the characters have died, most of them, like they can throw off the cliff. Using the debug camera is good that I can basically still use the speed up keys so we can watch the match. No, I can't. Okay, let's see what happened now. Let's go. Hundred and 138. So the dynamite could score more during this time compared to the crystal. And on that note, let's finish the video on the dynamite.